I just found out a friend of mine, I think, has found a way to sort of beat the system, if you will. He's betting a lot on sports in a casino. And then he's betting a lot on sports, hedging his bets with bookies. So he essentially gets free casino comps for all of his sports betting. And then I guess he just pays the juice. I ran into a guy named Jeff. And he says, yeah, he goes, I get a whole week comp. You have to play this one machine, $5 a pull. If you play it appropriately, you end up, he said, lose like $6 an hour or something like that. And I said, and that gets you a week for free? He goes, yeah, because even though it's video poker, it counts as slot comps. And then you only lose $6 an hour. I'm like, well, how long do you have to play? He's like, usually like 5-6 hours. He's like, but then it puts in so many thousands of dollars in bets. That's where I get my comps. So yeah, let me know what you guys do to try getting the most out of your comps. Kind of curious. It has been a hell of a busy week. I haven't had enough time to, I've barely had enough time to shower. That's how busy I've been. Right before the series is always the busiest time. The reason why is because when I'm in Vegas, I don't know if I'm going to be there for a week or 3 weeks. So I have to basically finish everything that I need to do in the event that I'm there for a month, in the event that I happen to run well, run deep, extend my stay. So I apologize about not having any videos lately. Last night playing Thursday, ended up losing like $1,800. That sucked. I played all day yesterday. Lose $800 playing heads up. Yeah, just got my teeth kicked in heads up. Then one of the things we've been doing is we've been doing a 50 to 1K challenge a couple times a week where the max on the min buy-in is $50. And whoever gets to 1K first gets a bonus $300. And I finally won that one. This week I was, before yesterday, I was down, I think 2,600 for the week, and then I lost 800 heads up. So going into the evening, I was like, oh great, I'm down 3,500 for the week. I managed to book a $206 win yesterday. I won like 500 playing 20 cent, 40 cent. Pretty good. And then like 800 playing the 50 cent dollar 50 to 1K challenge. Cornrows are in, night of the performance. So yeah, lately on the club we've been playing PLO 6. Oh my god. Yeah, before the action at our club was like, buckle up buttercup, we're going for a ride. On PLO 6 it's like, buck a ride, we're going for a rocket ship. Yeah, you could be like up 800 and down 2,000 all within about 10 minutes. It's just crazy. That was the 1-2 PLO 6. But yeah, even on 40 cent, 80 cent PLO 6, like, I think I won like 500 this morning, somewhere around there. And I was down 700 at one point. Gabe is juicy. This charity has taken up a shitload of my time. On the positive side, I'm a professional poker player. I have the time to give to charity. But on the downside of things, right before the World Series of Poker, when you're trying to, maybe take a few shots, play a couple bigger games, whatever the case may be, you want to have more money. So taking time away from work is taking away money that I have an opportunity to make more money. If it's your first time going out to Vegas to play the series, a couple of tips that you should know. 1, pace yourself. Pace yourself. If you do not pace yourself, you will be burnt out. Ask anybody who saw me last year after about 2 weeks. 2, choose wisely. If you're trying to go to the series, you don't want to play every event, because if you're playing every event, that means you're losing in every event. And there's going to be like a natural feeling to be like, I want to play this event, then I want to play this event, then I want to play this event. One day last year, I was able to register for the PLO, I think it was 800 or PLO 1000 at the Wynn. Bust out, go play double board bomb pots at MGM Grand for $800. Bust out, get back to the Wynn just in time at end of registration. No, you're just better off focusing on that first or bullet or just that one tournament. You shouldn't be like, I want to go back and forth between the tournaments. Choose wisely, whether it's a cash game or tournaments. I think the third thing, and this is really overlooked, especially when you're in Vegas, because Vegas is one of those cities where you can literally be doing something 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Take a break. Take a break. If you're there for more than 4 days, take a break. But in general, take a break. Just take a whole break, a whole day off. Go watch the movies, go to the movies, go golfing, go to the pinball museum, whatever. Just take a break. Yeah, and then the final thing is be honest with yourself. Last year I had $31,000 in buy-ins in tournaments, and I cashed in $14,000 in events. That tells you I lost $17,000. So you have to be honest with yourself when you do go to Vegas for the series. Did you play good? Did you play bad? Were you making poor decisions? Were you making good decisions? Why did you lose? Why did you win? And if you won, be honest with yourself. If you won and you just got really lucky, be honest with yourself, because you can learn from that. If you lost, don't assume you lost just because the other person got really lucky. I would be the first person to tell you that last year I lost because I didn't take too many breaks. I think I played over 100 hours. Over 100 hours in 1 week. I think I was at somewhere around 120 hours 1 week. And somebody said, that's 18 hours a day. And I said, yes. And they said, I don't believe you. And I said, I don't give a shit if you don't believe me. I know what I've been playing. And they said, that's not sustainable. Now, that was true. The longer you play, you know, you go from bringing your A game to your B game. Matter of fact, one of the things I recommend to a lot of my students is, if you're going there and the tournament starts on whatever, June 5th, and you're going there, fly in on the 4th. Don't, like, play a little bit of cash, go take it a little easy. Make sure you get some good sleep, though. Getting good sleep is key. If you're like me and you can only sleep 4 to 6 hours, it's important that even though you're not sleeping, you're getting some kind of rest, whether that's a jacuzzi or whatever you do to get some rest. Get some rest. Watch a movie, watch videos, watch a vlog, whatever the case may be. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. So somebody said on another vlogger's video, on Wayne's video, that in order to be like the professor, you had to have crazy hair and a big belly. This is my wife, everybody.
Hi.
This is the woman when it's 5:30 in the morning and she's rolling me a joint and making me breakfast. You guys keep saying I have the greatest wife in the world.
That's me.
She's my unicorn. Last night went really well. You know, my wife and I ended up raising like $13,000 for hospice. You know, we didn't ask for anything. And even though we didn't win like the Mirror Ball Trophy, which was like the best dance, or the fan favorite, which was the most money raised, our group raised over $120,000 for charity. We broke records. We had a really good experience. So ballet, I got a lot of respect for those people. It's not easy. There's a lot of good things that we got out of this. We got some great friends. All the people that were in that group, now we're in like a little group that will forever be that group. Got to meet Cam. Not only that, but I'm sure he's going to be a lifelong friend. So some things about Vegas. This will be my last video before Vegas. I have a few Vegas stories to tell you guys. I went to Vegas 9 times last year. I get done playing 5, 10, 25 from the King's Lounge at about 3:30 in the morning. This is last year. I think I was up $12,000 for the night, give or take a little bit. So I had like $30,000 on me. And I was incredibly drunk, incredibly stoned. And I had an Airbnb. So rather than driving home, I did the responsible thing. And I went and played open face Pai Gow at $25 a hand. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my God, Professor, you probably fucked it all off. No, I think I lost like $100 while I was sobering up. But I played it for about an hour and a half to 2 hours until I was sober. And I got up and I left. And I decided to leave on the side of CVS because I wanted to get some ibuprofen because I didn't want to be hungover the next morning. This is about 4:45 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I got jumped in front of CVS by 3 people trying to rob me. I had a man purse on at the time. I had like $10,000 in one pocket, $20,000 in my satchel, some chips, whatever. On the strip, people were trying to rob me at 5 o'clock in the morning. They didn't have guns, but they must have saw me in Paris, followed me, whatever the case may be. And my hands, my right hand, and my left hand was twice the size of my right hand. I had a big knot, a contusion right here. I had bruises all up and down my left side as a defensive mechanism. And I remember as I was getting beaten by 3 people, the locals at 5 o'clock in the morning were just recording on their cell phones. And I remember screaming, somebody call 911. Finally, the people realized that they were not going to rob me, because if you are going to rob me, I'm going to fight. You know, I am an NRA instructor. Prior to being a convicted felon, I used to carry a gun everywhere I went, except for casinos, because it's not legal, because I was a law-abiding citizen at one point in time in my life before being a convicted felon. So when they realized after about 10 minutes of beating me and me swinging back and everything else that I'm not an easy target, they took off running. What did this guy do with 3 people running away? I chased after him while I was on the phone with 911. Boom, 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 boom. We went all the way up Paris side. We crossed the street. Keep in mind, this is like now 5:10 in the morning, 5:15 in the morning. Cross the street to Bellagio side. I'm still on the phone with 911. I am chasing them. And I see a cop car pull up on the side of the Bellagio because I'm on the phone with the 911 operator. And this kid gets out. He stops these other 3 people. And I'm like, these people were trying to rob me. Blah, blah, blah. The cop decides to issue all of us battery citations, including yours truly. Because apparently in the state of Nevada, well, this is what they direct people to do. If there's any confrontation on the strip, you just give everybody battery citations with a court date and you let them figure it out in court. You don't even determine who is guilty. You don't determine who's right or wrong. Even if somebody's trying to rob you, they just issue a battery citation. Because apparently in the state of Nevada, if somebody's tried to rob you and then they run away and you chase them, that's against the law. How stupid is that? $1,500 later in lawyer's fees, I got it all thrown out of court. Plus, I had a slew of pictures show up. And the other part about it, they had an ambulance show up for the other people. Apparently, they just played the sympathy card, and they're like, he was hitting us. Yeah, and the cop had no idea what he was doing. I asked him to take a picture of me. He picked up his iPhone and took one picture of me. Moral of the story, even if you're on the Strip, be aware of your surroundings if you're going to Vegas. Now, I've been to Vegas probably 100 times. That's the first time I've ever had an issue on the Strip. Be aware of your surroundings at the poker table. Now, what do I mean by this? So a few years ago, I was playing at the Golden Nugget, which is a great place to play. If you're going to play No Limit Hold'em, play it with no fucking max buy-in. I bought in for, I think, like 800. I think I have like 3,500 in front of. This dude sits down with a stack of chips. One stack of reds, or what looks like reds. And he's sitting in the 1 seat. I'm sitting in the 4 seat. Button is in the 8 seat. So the cutoff decides to raise. And the big blind, who has the 1 stack of chips, decides to 3-bet. And the cutoff looks over and goes, I'll just go all in. And the guy goes all in for $2,000. And the guy says, okay, I call. And he puts the stack of chips out there, and there's 2 fucking purples in it. The guy thought he was just going from a $40 raise to an all-in raise of $100, when it went from a $40 raise to an all-in raise of a little less than $1,100. Of course the guy had aces. You do have some angle shooters in Vegas, and there's a couple of angle shooters even in PLO. Give you a third story. Now, as you guys know, stack to pot size ratio is incredibly important for pot limit Omaha. This is something I've preached about. There's a pro at the Aria. He's a European pro. He's been there for 4 years now. And he will angle shoot the shit out of you. What do I mean by that? So I'm playing in a 125 PLO game at the Aria. The European pro, first of all, pros shouldn't be angle shooting people. Fuck you for angle shooting somebody. You're a goddamn professional. You don't need to angle shoot people. Sorry. Had to get that off my chest. And this pro's fucking opinion of it is, it's part of the game. Fuck you, it's not part of the game. You give the rest of the professionals a bad day when you angle shoot a fucking rec player. Pro has like 200 in red, so 2 red stacks. And a rec player who's got like $2,000 in front of them, they get involved in a pot. The pro player cups 2 yellow chips in his hand. 2 bananas, $2,000. That he had on top of his $200 stacks early in the hand, but he picked it up during the hand and he cupped it. And he's just doing this. And he goes pot, and then he goes pot, and before he, repots it, he goes, well, what do you have there? Like $200? And me, because I'm like, no, the fucking dealer isn't going to say anything, and I already know what this guy's going to do. He's just going to pot it before the dealer says anything. I pipe up and I go, he's got 2 yellows in his hand. Really quickly, because I already know the thought process that's going on between these 2 guys. And the fucking European pro looks at me with like a devilish stare, and he drops his 2 yellow chips. And I tell you what, I fucking went off on him. If you're going to angle shoot, especially a rec player, and I'm sitting at the goddamn table, you're going to hear a fucking piece of my mind. The best part about that story is there was 2 or 3 other regulars sitting at the table, and we all started going off on this guy. Is your game so bad that you need to angle shoot somebody? And he goes, it's part of the game. Fuck you. I hope you guys like the cornrows. I love them. This is my new summer look. It's so easy to take care of my hair this way. And I look pretty awesome. I look pretty awesome anyways, but this, I think the hair takes the focus off the belly. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Again, if you guys see me, come up, say hi. I appreciate all the likes, the subscribe. I hope to see you guys in Vegas. We have beer and billiards coming up. That's June 4th. Play smart, everybody. Run like a god.